We've got Justin from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Hi, Justin.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Thanks for holding.
Oh, no problem. So I sent an email to, I believe it was Tracy who responded to my email. I was talking about a new argument I want to construct on my blog, something about love letters from God, because it's crazy that all Christians say that we should love God, we're compelled to love Him, He created us, He does all these great things for us, but I don't really find any compelling evidence for accepting the claim that He exists. And it seems quite strange that if in real life someone left letters at my door, someone claimed that, you know, she was watching me all the time, that
I remember this.
She loves me, but yet I don't know who this person is. I mean, a lot of people talk about her. I've never actually seen her. I've never met her. So it seems to be a really odd thing that we're supposed to love a being just because they love us.
Yeah, and I think my response was something like, it's even worse than if you were getting letters at your door. It would be like somebody came to you with letters that were 2,000 years old and unsigned, and then said, you know, this letter, even though it's addressed to the church at Corinth, is really intended for you. And it says that you need to do all this stuff, and that someone loves you.
Yeah, it's a lot worse than this case, because
it's pretty crazy.
I mean, imagine if the letter said something like, if you don't love me, I'm going to kidnap you and shoot you, and all these bad things are going to happen to you.
Right.
I mean, I cannot be justified in loving a person like that, and I think this is the same case with Christianity, but it's a lot worse.
It's when you deconstruct it, sometimes it does seem a little absurd, yeah. I can't argue. If I could, I would still be a Christian.
But in recent discussions with theists and ministers and pastors that I speak to, this one lady told me that, well, deep down in your heart, you knew if someone did that in real life, you would still love the person. But I said, no, hold on. I would love a person who threatens to kill me and kidnap me if I didn't return this love?
Wow. Yeah. No, okay. I can't. I don't even know what to respond to other than if somebody felt that way. I mean, I guess if that's your personal thing, that you would still love somebody who threatens your life, or threatens to torture you or harm you, or says coercion. I mean, I don't know. If I had a daughter, for example, that was dating somebody who said, I love you so much, and if you ever leave me, I'll break both your arms, I would tell her, get away as soon as possible, and we're going to get a restraining order. And I don't want you to ever be in touch with this person again. I don't know how else.
Exactly. So I don't know how the Christians can be justified in this. They try to get out by saying, oh, it's free will, you can choose, but we shouldn't have excessive punishment. A belief should not be predicated on fear, punishment, or torture, or anything like this at all.
Usually what I hear is it's sort of like a variation on the free will. It says that, it's almost like, well, I'm not breaking your arms. It's this other person that's going to break your arms if you don't love me. And I just, you're just choosing to let him break your arms. And the problem with that is that if I have the capacity to control the guy that's going to break your arms, then I'm kind of responsible if he breaks your arms. You know what I mean? If I can stop him and I don't. So, yeah, it's like no matter how you slice it, the fact is it's a plan that's set up to punish people who don't want to worship you. And it's very weird. I mean, if a human being did that, everybody would think, what a monster.
Right, but there's, for some reason, some exception. But I've yet to hear a good rebuttal to my argument.
And it's not even. I mean, you would think that the best somebody could muster, if let's say they said, well, this is a God and not a human being. It almost seems like the best you could muster is, you better do what he says because you don't want to go to hell. But really, it converts into this whole, it's love. It's love and it's mercy. And it's like, how in the world did that become love and mercy? If anything, it's just like, we better do what he says because he's psycho. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
But it's also another form of love that you were discussing about the hymns, that love is supposed to be sending your son to earth to have him crucified on a suicide mission, and this is supposed to step in and forgive people.
Right.
But it's also immoral on that part because, God is a third party, perhaps. I mean, if I, for example, went into someone's house in Florida who a man battered his wife and said, oh, you're forgiven for battering your wife, they would look at me as if I were crazy. I can't do that.
But what if
the wife has to be the one to forgive.
What if he said, here's my child, kill him, and then I'll forgive you for killing your wife? I mean, it's just weird. It's just weird because, I mean, you're talking about, supposedly this is the God who gets to make the rules. And it's like, wow, this is the plan he came up with? Seriously? I mean, really, this is the best you can do? I'm going to send the guy to Earth, and he's going to be really good, and he's going to tell you to love each other, and then I want you to kill him. And you need to kill him, because that's the only way this is going to work. And it needs to be pretty brutal because I want you to feel real bad about it when you do it. It's nuts.